Your Facebook group cover could make or break people joining you or not joining you, people noticing your group or not noticing your group. Facebook groups have an immense amount of power to grow community, to draw in people that you've never worked with before, and to create a sense of value and camaraderie. But if your cover isn't showcasing what you're about, if it looks unprofessional, if it's not doing the right thing, it's not communicating to your audience, it's not drawing people in, you're not going to get those joins. And so this tutorial is all about how to use Canva to create a Facebook group cover that is going to attract and convert your audience to join them into your group. So a great place to go for Facebook group inspiration is to the Facebook group Discover tab. So I've just clicked on the group section and then I've clicked on the tab for Discover right over here. And here is just showing me groups that are nearby me, groups that are suggested groups. And so I would just honestly have a scroll through here and put your marketing hat on and be like, why are some of these working? Which ones are capturing my attention and why do they work? So you can see here, I'm really enjoying the ones, like if I was looking for a cake making thing, this one here is really drawing me in. If I was looking for someone to help me learn how to do sourdough, this one here is really drawing me in. So how can you find out what's working and why it's working? So I'm really enjoying the ones that actually share what it's about, not just in the name of the group, but also in the image. I think that's really, really powerful because it helps people to know like this is an actual proper group rather than just like a haphazard. It kind of just feels more intentional, I think, when it has that wording, and also is a second tool to help draw people into what you do. So this one, air fryer recipes, it's right there for me to read here and here. I've got 2 places to find that information, plus some really great pictures to make that happen. Okay, so I think adding in some really clear wording to that, and I think also a bit of any relevant imagery, obviously, and then maybe a small tagline I think can be useful. So I'm going to go into a Facebook group cover template. I'm going to actually give this to you for free. I don't normally do this. I usually keep my templates just for paying clients and students of mine. I have programs called the Co-Creation Design Club and DIY Design Biz where I actually work with business owners to help them to do these things. And when they use this template, they can actually submit their designs to me and I'll give them feedback on it. But for you, I will give you the template for free on YouTube as well. This is a template, and you can see what I want you to notice is the crop. This is where this group is actually, this cover is actually being used, and you can see here that it's being cropped here and it's being cropped here. You can't see that full picture that we're seeing in Canva here. It's actually getting cropped, and so I've actually added in rulers here and here that show you where this design is getting cropped. So rulers and guides are in Canva. If you press Shift R on your keyboard or go to File, Settings, and show rulers and guides, this will bring up some rules on your design and it will show you the guides that I've added into this template so you can know where things are getting cropped. Because this is really important, because this is making sure that you need to have all important content inside this section here to make sure nothing is getting cropped off when people view your cover on their computer. Your mobile will crop it differently, but it won't remove anything. I'm pretty sure it just shows it all as is. And you'll also see this ruler here and this ruler here. I'm just going to add this little square to my design right now to show you what I mean. Where underneath where I've got this square pretty much is where Facebook will actually crop your design when they want to share it with other people. So say for example, down here you can see under groups I manage, you can see these little squares. These little square previews, that's what's going to be viewed in this box here. So I've got those lines here to help show you that as well. So if you want to make sure your design is visible in that square as well, that's really helpful. Okay, I've also got a second example here that I did as a live example when I was presenting to some students earlier. So I've left this in for you as well so you can see what you could do with this. But in essence, I really like this one because it's got really large text here sharing with you what the most important part of like what the group is actually about. It's got why someone should join this group, and it's got a bit of a reference to your business. Because if you are a Facebook group that's been run by a business, you do still want to direct people back to your business. So you'll see here that even though I'm not a sourdough business, I'm a graphic design business, I've used my branding for argument's sake here. So you can see how you can apply your branding to a Facebook group cover to just have a subtle reference of your branding in there while still being relevant to what you're sharing about in your group. So I think having this great mix of relevant imagery to whatever you're sharing about, your branding so that it brings people back to your business so that when you do share about your business sometime in that Facebook group, if you're using your group that way, it's not really weird for people. And also having this really just large text that's visible for people when they're like previewing groups and they're trying to find different groups, having stuff that draws them in, I think is really important. So I'm just going to create a new page here and you can do this as well. Add in here whatever you want. You can actually even go to the design here and look at the different templates that Canva might share with you. But because this is actually a custom size template that I've done that's a perfect size for a Facebook group, it's not giving me some great recommendations here. So instead, you can just insert imagery. So say, for example, if I was doing another sourdough thing, I could just type in here sourdough and I might add in some particular imagery. You can do a collage. Like I don't mind the idea of having a collage. I think that could totally work, especially if that works with your branding. I could just add in a few different images in here that are relevant to what my audience is about. Like maybe I put some over here and some over here. You probably choose images that maybe you've taken that are relevant to you, but I'm not actually into sourdough, so I don't have any of those available to me. But adding some images in here, maybe I'll crop these a tiny bit and crop these a tiny bit and just give myself some room for some text. Insert some text in here. Sourdough for beginners. I really do like putting the text in the middle. If you can help it, add your text in the center, because again, it's just going to mean that when you view your group as a square here, it's going to have all the text there as well. It just makes it even more recognizable and easier to read. Make this text white, or you can keep it black for something a bit different if I use my light purple here. Maybe even I might have one more pitch down the bottom here to make that even more recognizable as a sourdough group. Or I could even just have all pictures if I wanted to and then put text on top of my pictures. There's so many options here. The main thing is just to think about if someone is seeing my cover for the very first time, what are they going to get from it? So just making sure that you consider this cropping, what are the main important things for someone to see, and making sure that it feels really relevant. I'm going to pretend this isn't my branding and do branding that's more relevant to what a sourdough maker might be, which might be something like this and maybe a bit of like a nice blue or a nice brown piece of text, maybe even there. Maybe even some more text that's actually a bit more sourdough-esque rather than really modern-esque. I feel like sourdough is more of an old art. So I'm going to do sourdough for beginners. And you kind of see how we're just bringing this in, but I'm making sure to keep the main thing. So this text here, I'm making sure it doesn't go above this line here, because that's where my Facebook group is going to chop that when I go actually upload it into my group itself. So I would then add in here your main text, go in here and feel free to add in a bit of a tagline of your business as well, just so people can kind of learn what they're actually going to get out of your group. Then all you need to do once you're done is download this as a JPEG image. I'm just going to just change this text color. Download this as a JPEG image or a PNG, probably a PNG to be honest, is a slightly higher quality. A PNG, and then upload this to your group and you're all done. So that's how you can create a Facebook group cover. Grab the template, there's a link below, and let me know how you go. Let me know your favorite tip from this one, and make sure you stay tuned for more tips and episodes and tutorials from me at YG Graphic Design. See you later.